Welcome to the Tadiwabi Multiverse, Gypsy Road.
That was such a nice intro.
Did you like that? We like to do, Bree does these beautiful special intros for everyone, for all of our guests now. She has taken it upon herself to spend like 18 hours a day to do these. And we are so happy and grateful for them because they're so funny every single time. I love them.
Oh, they take time. I know. Making thumbnails and stuff. I mean, it takes longer than people think.
It really does.
Sure.
All right. So let's start off the episode like we always do. We're going to do our Pledge of Allegiance here real quick. So go ahead and let's kick it off. Yeah, perfect. Gotta have a little sack squatch. Sack squatch is our palate cleanser. Whenever you guys feel like you need it, tell me in the chat and I will play it for you guys. Because we've been slacking lately on playing sack squatch. We've only been playing him at the beginning, and I feel like he needs more room to breathe.
More time, yeah.
Exactly.
Give him some time.
All right. So as everybody knows here in the chat, if you are new, I'll go over the rules. Gypsy Road here is king of the episode. He is going to tell us all of his opinions about all these wonderful videos that we have collected for you guys from TikTok. We're going to talk about them and then, see what happens. And then, hang out for a while, have these weird conversations, see where it goes and interact with you guys. And the chat's going to tell us if they think it's fake or not. And it's going to be amazing, you guys. I'm super excited.
I don't know. I've never judged videos before. This is going to be new to me.
I like this. I like this. Now I like this, then. This is the first one to the... Listen.
All the time.
I was like, our chat will tell you all about it. They're very fucking opinionated out here. They do not hold anything back. They are very much opinionated. So you will hear their opinion before probably any of ours. All right, Bree, you ready to kick it off with the first one?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Let's go. Okay.
Can't see it at all, but up there in the fucking sky, there's a white orb that is... That's a fucking disc, man. Looked at it in the binoculars, and it is a literal disc.
I'm going to try to
literally,
pause
that's a UFO.
the next time.
Did you see it?
Yeah. It's weird.
purple and there's like something on top of it, like a light, like another smaller thing on top of it too.
Told you guys, and this is right. It was right here in the sky. Right where it's at right now. That's where it's at, and now it's looking for it.
Huh.
Right above us again.
So he's saying that there was this orb and then like someone came to look for it. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Can you play it?
That's interesting. Because
Play
now,
it again.
now some of
From
you
the
might
beginning,
see me look this way and this way. That's because I have a bigger screen.
Multiple screens, yeah.
Multiple screens.
I do
This is my bigger
too.
screen.
Yeah. I do too. So I'm like this sometimes. So it looked like a fucking. What is an A10 though? And so if you could elaborate, do they do things?
Like, what's its purpose?
Do they search? Yeah, like what is the. They're saying that the Air Force is investigating.
This one's a weird one to me. Whenever I see like planes showing up after, I'm always like, oh, what are they checking out? Like if we're curious and they're curious. Spooky.
What the fuck are you talking about, Spooky?
You know, the biggest problem about watching UFO videos, they're really the hardest to try to dissect. They're the hardest because, you know, you're not looking at through your own camera. You know, I have a camera here. You know, we're looking at through somebody else's footage. And it looks almost like a white dot. But what makes this interesting is that jet coming so close? Now, are they saying that jet came about the same time as that dot? Because I see the jet, but where's the dot?
I think so. So I'm just gonna get out of here, Sinker. Let me try this one more time, babes. I think so because he's filming and saying like there's an orb, but he just has to like zoom in or something, and then it's like.
I mean, it's one of the better footages because the white dot does become a little whiter, a little brighter.
Let's see.
So there's lots of what's that word? I'm trying to get so much better at the terminology for things. Cut. I wish Kari. Like when it cuts to the next frame or the next scene.
Yeah, so that's what Enzo's saying. There's so many cuts in this that it's hard to tell the passage of time.
That's what I mean. Did he cut the jet?
I don't know because it just did it right there. Hold on. It just did it right there. Hold on.
That's true because
so watch it right here.
And
then bam. Yeah, it's just like a different frame. Yeah, it's a completely different frame.
That's the biggest problem. So did they get called right after, or is this like an hour later, 2 hours later? That's information that's missing.
It's very true. I like that we've come to that, but yeah, and it's weird too how it keeps going from like a cell phone footage to like a framed footage, like back and forth. Yeah, there's too much going on with this one, I think.
And that one right there, there's no clouds whatsoever. But when you go back to the white dots earlier, there's a tree, there's 2 clouds.
Mm-hmm.
But I always tell people on my channel, it is UFO, unidentified flying object. Doesn't mean it's a UFO ship. Doesn't we don't know what it is. We don't know what that white thing is. Is it a white balloon? Maybe.
Sounds like you need more info.
Oh, of course.
Of
course.
Which is like it's a middle bitch.
It's a middle bitch.
It's down the road. It's not saying yes. It's not saying no.
Saying no.
It's like,
we need more timelines of the jet. Of that, is it right after? It? Did the white thing disappear once a jet comes? Yeah,
exactly. Where did this white thing go to? Exactly.
Those are answers we will never get.
Never.
Or Spooky Morales. He'll tell us the answer.
There he is, Spooky, giving us the butts.
Now I don't know. It's interesting that they said it was a disc because it sure as fuck doesn't look like one.
Fucking jazz is amazing.
Jazz. Stay jazzy.
I liked your jacket last night. You looked very snazzy.
All right, so I think everyone says
need more info. Yeah, need more info. All right, I got one. I don't know what the hell it is, but we'll find out. Oh, it's called. I labeled it Red Tic Tac. I can't with that fucking music so loud. Horrible.
Oh wow. Yeah, plus you never know. It could be. I would mute that shit.
I'll mute it again, but let's see it. So I know that the green thing coming off of it is the lens flare, and that's the actual size of the light of the object. McWest taught us that, so we know that. It's even moving with it and everything, so ignore the green. We're really just looking at the red. And
It's almost like, I mean, it's like there's too much info. This is gonna sound weird.
there's
It's
too
like
much info?
Too much information. It's like somebody. I'm gonna make this light, but I'm gonna make it spin in a circle and then go down. I don't know. It's like
Behind the trees,
I'm
yeah.
just thinking, if I was an alien UFO ship, would I fly and then go like this, then go down? It's like somebody wants to show off a little bit. I'm not saying it's not real, but I'm saying is there's a little bit too much for me. If that makes sense.
People are saying someone threw a glow stick. The chat is like not with this.
Well,
one.
it's not a glow stick.
Slow-mo.
It's not a glow stick because the glow stick will start spinning a lot faster than it
Way
did.
faster. Yeah, I wouldn't do that. And then just
It's not a
stop in
glow
the
stick.
air. I'd say drone probably for sure. Yeah, it's giving me drone
The
vibes.
way that it twirls is drone, but then it's strange how you can't see the rest of the object. Because
I think it's photoshopped in.
I would say, I'm wondering too if like because it has like the light source up front, because you're focusing on that, all the rest of it is blacked out in the camera. You know what I mean? Like maybe it looks slightly different with your eyeball. Like you'll probably be able to see those subtle differences, but on camera, it's just they're hyper focusing on that light source, so it's only picking up that.
It's true. It's just that little spinning circle part that I'm like, okay, this is created. Just an opinion. Just
I feel you on that one.
We're here for the opinions.
No, we are. I don't know. This one's this is giving me drone vibes personally.
I'm gonna say UFO. No,
You are?
for sure.
No. What about you, Gypsy Road? You're saying UFO no too on this one?
I think it's
Man-made?
Photoshop. I honestly think it's Photoshopped in
Man-made?
there. I think UFO no.
Oh, so you think it's giving a little CGI elf?
That's exactly what that is.
It's a little CGI out.
Yeah,
Or-
they're doing too much.
Or is it? I could do this in After Effects. This is Kari.
Ooh,
Kari's like,
it's
I could make
both.
this happen. Little of both. All right. All right. On to the next one, Bree.
Okay.
Oh,
I hope
this
this
is so
one's
fun.
better, but I can't promise. I can't promise.
We can never promise that they're better.
Go to that star, y'all.
I like the commentary.
Y'all can't tell me that shit don't look weird.
Okay.
And here it is again. I just want y'all to see. Here it is again. It's not moving.
Y'all can't tell me that
but it's
shit
hit
weird.
awfully fucking low. Awfully low. Look at the houses. And now look at this. It's not a tower.
A tower.
It's hit always
So
again.
I don't know. The lights, the rings. You know, a lot of the times we tried to compare these to stars.
Mm-hmm.
But
And didn't she
well,
say she said that too? She said she was even like, "Here's the star again."
no, she said
That's
it ain't
really
a fucking
low.
star.
Oh, she said it's
Go
not.
to that star, y'all.
No, there go that star,
Y'all
y'all.
can't tell me that shit don't look weird.
And you
Y'all
can't tell me
can't
that
tell
look
me
weird.
shit don't
Here it
look
is
weird.
again. I
Because
just want
people were telling her
y'all to
that
see.
I
Here
played
it
one
is
of her
again.
videos before,
It's not
and she was
moving,
like,
but it's hit
everyone was telling
awfully
her it's a
fucking
star,
low.
and she's like,
Oh, so she was like,
"No."
"Stare, there's that star again." I get you. Okay, sarcastic.
And now look at this. It's not a tower.
Of course, it's at 4,448.
Yeah, they're saying the light source is too big to be a star.
Well, it's not a star. I mean, it's. We
What do you
all
think it
see
is?
stars. That is not a star. That's
Okay, what is
Right?
it?
Because
What's your opinion?
Stars, it's
It's almost
colors.
like-
It's not.
Yeah.
You ever seen those when somebody like dies and they go out in the water, they put those little light things and it kind of floats away? You know what I'm talking about?
Like you mean like almost like a Chinese lantern?
Yes,
Kind of thing?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes. I'm more leaning into something like that because that's not a ship. It's not a spaceship.
Mm-hmm,
Some kind of a lighting thing up there that the camera's catching. It's not a star. It's
Baby Goat says that it would be comparable to like a light on like a street light, like a white street light, and maybe it's just 'cause she's out of focus, so you're not seeing the pole, and that's why it's not like moving or changing crazy colors or going anywhere.
Yeah, she said it's not a pole though, and like it's I think she purposely panned at the rest of the blocks so that we would see
Chinese
it
lantern.
much
There you go.
higher.
That's what I was
Yeah.
higher.
Yeah, and Enzo said that's an out of focus blob. After looking at the houses, it's more in focus. May have something blinking.
Now, how
Then what does
often
that
does this
mean?
woman post? You're saying? Do you say she posts a lot?
Yeah, Brie, does she post? She has a lot of these videos.
Yeah, maybe I can pull up the.
And the only reason I'm asking is listen, it's luck that we see one in our lifetime.
Yeah,
And you're saying this person sees it a lot. It makes me kind of how.
Then maybe Jamie and I have
Maybe she is
obscure
lucky.
luck. We've seen lots of UFOs.
I've seen tons of
It's not-
UFOs. Honestly, yeah.
it's overwhelming.
Mhm.
Okay, so all the experience that you've seen, all the UFOs, what do you think?
So if I will say that if I saw that in person, I would think if that's exactly what it looked like to my eyeball, I would think it was a UFO.
Well, it is unidentified flying object.
I will say unidentified. I think that we have a lot of, if we say this a lot on the show, we have a lot of misconceptions about what we think a UFO is, like a little shiny ship with green aliens inside of it. And I'm more to think that this seems to be some sort of like a plasma, whether that be ship or being or something like that. But this is giving me plasma vibes. So if I am living in the world where I do believe that this is what she's seeing with her eyeballs, and I'm going to assume she is because of how many videos she's posting, and this is, purely speculation, but it's giving me a very plasma kind of UFO vibe. And it's interesting because I haven't heard of too many white ones, honestly. Most of the ones I've heard about tend to be colored, whether that be red or orange are the most familiar, I think, but but green and blue tend to do happen. But I haven't heard too many white ones.
What about, this is just off the wall. What if that's an orb?
Oh, for sure.
Not everything has to be
that's-
orbs are our level. What if
Mhm.
that's technically an orb that's up there? Maybe somebody died of a plane blown up there or something. I don't know.
Do you subscribe maybe to the idea that you think that there's a possibility that the extraterrestrial stuff and paranormal stuff can be connected?
Oh, 100%.
Okay, because I was going to say, because when you say orb in the sky, I think that people take different meanings of that, because I think in the paranormal world, you think of orb in the sense you were talking. And then when you think of the alien world, you think of orb, but kind of in the way that I was describing it as plasma, you know what I mean? But I feel like there's no difference between the two. I think that those things are also connected, because I think when you talk about aliens who come from, let's say, a different dimension or a different universe, parallel universe, is that not also where ghosts could be coming from? So are those not in turn the same exact thing, just different versions of it,
Man, I like the way you think.
You like that? You like that? You subscribe to that kind of shit?
I really do.
That's just how I feel.
Hitachi Wildlife Universe.
And it's interesting. It's interesting to me too, because I feel like me and Brie were talking about this last night when we were on cab. We have so many people talking about their absolute belief in ghosts, right? You can walk up to anybody in the street and be like, you believe in ghosts? And they'll be like, yeah, totally. But you don't have the same thing with aliens, but you have almost the same exact kind of evidence. You know what I mean? You have these people with these stories, and both sides have these badly, recorded videos, and the similarities are crazy.
Well, you got to think about this. If the number one research in the world is the paranormal versus UFOs and Bigfoot. Why? Mm-hmm. It's easier to try to find a ghost than a UFO in the sky and a Bigfoot. And almost anybody can actually go out and do a paranormal search. With UFOs, you do got to have good equipment to zoom in that much. You got to have good stuff. Bigfoot, you got to hunt out in the woods. You got to go in there. Paranormal, you go almost anywhere where there might be a paranormal. So paranormal is always more popular than versus any other community. That's just a fact. It's.
I know, but how do we gap that? Because I feel like all of these people who could be believing in ghosts could also be believing in aliens too.
Oh, it's true. I think it's all connected. We did a show, a breaking news today that we did a video clip of UFO hanging out near nuclear plants.
Yep.
Why are they hanging out around there? I think they're using it. I'm thinking they're using nuclear for fuel. And Bigfoot Honor was thinking that the ground that they use these nuclear plants on, their energy kind of ground that the UFOs are attracted to. So, there's, most common person is not going to accept two communities. On
No, I feel you. I know that's what makes it hard. It's hard because it's a struggle, but I feel like both communities can gain so much from the other. You know what I mean?
Oh.
Like I feel like they're looking for the same thing and they don't even realize it. And it's so it warms my heart to know that more people like you believe in both of these sides, because it makes me think that the world is starting to look in that direction as well.
That's the main
We
thing
should
that
add more paranormal.
I do on my channel. We try to bring all communities together, because what if you're on a Bigfoot hunt and you hear something? Hey, that might not be an animal. That might be a ghost. That might be a spirit that the eyes that you see.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you got to kind of open your mind that it might be something else. One of my favorite channels called Through the Veil Paranormal. They were on a paranormal research at a graveyard.
Yeah.
Out of nowhere, she heard and saw these red eyes, and she's a medium and stuff, and she saw a Bigfoot on a paranormal research on a ghost hunt.
Mm-hmm.
So you gotta be prepared for everything.
Well, and people have said when they've been researching Bigfoot and stuff that there's been a lot of sightings of UFOs and things when they've been on these research. Like there's similarities to all these things. These things tend to show up inside of the exact same areas. Also, thank you, Kathy, for your donation for your 3 aliens. We love you.
They seem to happen a lot together. You know, it's like you have Bigfoot with orbs, Bigfoot in a very highly paranormal area. You have Bigfoot with aliens. It's just like they seem to coexist together. And I feel like the overall consensus, at least from the chat and possibly through us, I'm not sure if you guys want to clarify, but I do believe that everyone kind of feels like this is an orb.
Yeah, this is giving me orb vibes. Yeah, for sure. Some version of an orb, whatever that orb is. Mm-hmm.
Crazy. What
I like it.
Gypsy, what's your final thoughts? Yes, no, maybe.
I'm sticking with that's a lantern, a light of the light in it. I think it was planted.
Oh, I like that. Okay, Gypsy's out here with the fucking hard-hitting questions and shit, like saying it how it is.
Love it.
No, we love it. That's what we like on this show. The thing is like we're not trying to say that all these videos are UFOs by any means. Like that's not our purpose here. We're just trying to genuinely have conversations about all these videos because there seems to be a huge abundance of them. So let's talk about all the evidence that's put out there that everybody wants. You know what I mean?
Exactly. I've always say out of 100, 99 of the 100 is going to be false. But that one that's real, that's the proof you're looking for.
We got Mick West to say something was an unidentified flying object. So I feel like our purpose in life has been fulfilled with this show. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I've got him to say, you know, maybe that might be a UFO. So.
And if we're all wrong, and that is the real flying thing from outer space, we win. No matter what, we win.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good point of view.
I want to be wrong.
Point of view.
I want to be wrong.
I know. All right, I
want to be right.
This is an interesting one for you guys. Let's see what happens.
Good point, baby goat. It didn't move. Mm-hmm. Ooh, I can already tell by this sound.
Oh. What was that yellow, though?
Now, when you say you can tell by the sound, what sound are you listening to?
Yeah, Bree, what are you referring to? Elaborate.
I can hear drones.
Oh. Can we play it with the sound? Hold on. Oh, wait, I heard it.
I hear it.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, she's good.
I'm getting better. Honestly, ever since I started doing butt stuff, I feel like I'm smarter when it comes to UFOs.
So it's funny too because like Bree for a while, every time she saw a video, she was just like, "Yeah, UFO, yeah, UFO, yeah, UFO," and now she's like slowly changing it to be like, "Wait, maybe." Yeah.
Our guests educate me. Kari definitely has educated me, and the chat does as well. And I feel like we're really doing something here. There's really not a lot of information out there. Like I tried to spend so many hours today on YouTube looking like, how can you tell if a video or a photo has been manipulated, or like what are the different effects on a camera? How can you tell if it's a UFO or a drone? How can you tell if a video has been edited? Like all these things, and there's really not a lot of information out there where someone's put into like a nice packet
Mm-hmm.
It's like, look for this and look for this and look for this. So we're just doing it like one step at a time. So yeah, I think my thoughts on UFOs have changed so much since we started doing this.
I
We
think
have
that
a
they
smart
have
chat,
to.
too.
Well, our
We have
chat
a
is
really
super, super
chat.
smart.
And we have
Hi,
smart guests.
Fix It
They always say
Michigan.
something where I'm like, oh.
Oh. Also, I really like this
shit.
from Philip. He says, butt stuff makes us smarter, question mark. Yeah.
Mhm.
I think that's, we can
Who'd have
officially
thought?
say scientifically, it's been proven now that butt stuff does indeed make you smarter. So I think that we're all going to go ahead and just give this one a big fat UFO no right off the bat because, like, drones, right?
You know what? On our T-shirt that has butt stuff, we can put on the back. That'll be the slogan. Butt stuff
What?
makes you smarter.
Smarter. Ah,
You
I
know
like
how many
that.
men honestly would buy a shirt that says butt stuff on it?
That's what I
I'm
keep trying to
telling you.
say. I know we're working on
I
it.
know.
We're making merch. Don't worry.
And
I
put
made-
coconut
oh my
oil
God.
next to it.
Gypsy, listen, I made us a tote bag and I put butts all over it, the background like of our show, and on every butt is a face of every person who's been on the show.
That's awesome.
Right? And then so everyone can go and buy that and everyone's face is on a
Do
butt.
I get the right cheek or do I get the left cheek?
You get to choose.
Whatever
You want to be on
you prefer.
both? You want to double dip it?
Right in the
Oh,
Right in the
See, I did not have coconut oil, but I brought my Adam and Eve oil.
oh my God. See, look, you come prepared.
I'm prepared.
I love that. Yes. Hey, Alien Girl 111. Wait, is this the real Alien Girl 111 or the fake Alien Girl 111?
There's a fake alien girl.
Yeah, so someone like copied her account and it's all in lowercase and like the logo's slightly off.
No fucking way.
Yeah. Yes, it's the real me.
People are
Yeah.
so wild.
People are wild. That's what I'm saying. Wild.
I've heard of that.
People
But
be doing
hey,
weird
my
things.
My sister has multiple Instagram accounts that pretend to be her. So
Yeah, that's
when
true.
I saw that, I was like, what the hell is wrong with people? They
People.
straight stole all her pictures, but say nasty stuff, like click this link if you want to see this without clothes kind of shit. So
Your poor
but
sister.
it's just like people I know, but it's just like people are crazy to do shit like
hard-
that.
it's hard to be-
fucking
It's hard to be a pretty woman these days.
Poor
Gypsy Road knows a lot
Amy.
about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, you know what? You know what you do? It's I have the perfect response.
Yeah.
You got out. Yeah. Okay.
That was the perfect one.
For context, that was when Jamie asked Gypsy if he would do butt stuff with us. That's it. Just would you do butt stuff with us? I don't believe he was fully aware that the show is called Butt Stuff. So he
I was not. I was not.
No.
Because hold on.
do butt stuff with us.
Jamie was having fun
Well,
conversations in the chat.
yeah.
Jamie was talking freely.
I'm
and I loved
wild.
it.
Like you
And-
only know wild me. Yes.
Yes. And then when she said butt stuff, I'm like, are you gonna play butt stuff? I'm like, what? Hold on. Am I thinking the same thing?
Yeah.
And this is it right here.
got out. Yeah.
Which I think is such a good response.
It is. It fucking is.
Hey, when you catch somebody off guard, that's beautiful.
You know, and what's beautiful
That's
is all
Kari.
these things are recorded on the internet, and Kari can go and make art out of them whenever the hell she wants. And that's like my favorite thing in the whole wide world. Oh my God, Bree, we have some donations that we should talk about real quick. So we do have Spooky sent us 4 aliens
Thank
and said
you,
2 aliens for Bree,
Spooky.
2 aliens for Jamie. Kari's not there, so boo. Love you, ladies. Thank you. We love you. We appreciate
you.
you.
We love you dearly. That's for damn sure.
I'm blushing. Hey, they
Are
caught me
you?
off guard.
Like
They caught me
It was
off guard,
funny.
Spooky.
Yeah.
I didn't know what. You guys weren't there. You weren't there how she was talking, and it was like fun. And then that came in. I didn't know if she was serious or not.
I'm a little of both. That's what I
That's
like
the great
to be.
thing about, I feel like with a lot of us, it's just like, you never know.
Also, Jazz Shaw bought us 3 aliens. Life is a journal, not a journey. I love that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Listen,
I love you, Jazz.
Listen, so here's the thing. In real life, I'm like wildly inappropriate. Like Ask Bree, I just say off the wall things. And so I go in the chat and I just express myself as I naturally am. I do it to be fair, everybody who's involved always has my consent. I always ask first if I can harass them in the chat. It's not like I'm just out here harassing people ridiculously. Sometimes, I might get one here or there in someone in the chat who doesn't know me without a little consent because I'm coming in hot. But I'll do it around friends. It's all love. I call it what I do every morning as I clock into Harassment Inc. whenever Chad is on, and I just try to derail his show as best I can every single day. Like it's my only purpose to do. And then I clock out and I leave. And there's like people in the chat who are like the HR department who yell at me. I've been put in timeout before. It's a fun game, but that's kind of like how Gypsy knows me because he only saw these like crazy comments that I had. And so I know, yeah. So he didn't
timeout. Who put you in timeout?
Chad Smith put me in timeout. He did. To be fair, I don't remember what I said because I say so many things, but I did say something that was like completely off the rails, and he was like, "You're going in timeout."
Some people just don't understand that kind of humor.
Exactly.
And we have a hard time to get we actually get a hard time to get people to come on our show because they're like,
really?
Well, they're not 100%
humor.
serious. They're kind of mocking us, because like my brother is Dr. Wu. They're like,
Bob, yeah.
Is he paying attention? Why does he make those sly remarks? And it's like, it's just all for the fun of the show, because listen, there's a lot of channels that are darker. There's nothing wrong with that. They're so serious.
There's space for all of it.
Being serious, but sometimes you need a break from the serious stuff, but you still want to hear yourself. It's like you like the Bigfoot stuff, but I want to hear Bigfoot, but I want less serious. Then you come to our channel.
Yeah. No, and that's the thing though. I think what people don't understand in this space is there's a niche for everybody. There are people who want to take it super seriously and talk about statistics and things like that. And there's a place for them to do that. But there's also people who are casually into it and want to make jokes along the way and have fun with their friends. And I think that you're our kind of people. Like that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to talk about all these kind of subjects and just have fun with it and not take it so seriously, because it's okay to not take life seriously sometimes.
Yeah.
Well, that's why we have multiple shows.
Exactly.
The YouTube world has seen more butt stuff, so they think that we've always been wild. But like the truth is, Jamie and I used to be very like locked down
serious
for a long time. And so we came on here and it was just like, hey, you're into this too. Like, I don't think both of us, I know for a fact, have never had friends that were into this kind of thing. So it's like, oh shit, we can have fun.
And then there's another side. I think Spooky Morales saw this yesterday when I was on my other channel, Horror Talk about movies. I get very passionate. I'll get right into. He's like, man, he's passionate. I'll give you my Star Wars passion if you want to hear it. You want to hear my nerd talk?
Hell yeah, you go. No, but here's the thing, though. I think that there's something incredibly attractive, and not just like attraction, like in a sexual way, but just people are attracted to people who are passionate about something. So if you're just being yourself and you're being passionate about it, people are going to be drawn to you because they're into that kind of passion.
I like that. Yep.
Yeah, and I also Thank you, Kat, for the 3 aliens. We love you. We appreciate you. It says you ladies make everyone smarter.
Dearly.
Thank you, love. We love you.
Thank you.
All right, Bree, it's your video. We've been yakking.
And welcoming.
So welcoming.
Please explain.
Exactly.
TikTok, please explain. That's a fucking weird one. You guys can't tell me.
Really?
That ain't.
First thought I had that somebody just zoomed in on the sun. Sometimes the sun or the moon can hang out closer to the other side, the darkness and light. I thought it was like somebody just zoomed in on the sun. Seriously.
No. I doubt it.
I don't know. I think that's a sun.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, don't think it's this. Oh, wait.
Okay,
oh,
so what
wait.
time was that? What time
wait.
is that? Do you know
Hold
what time
on.
that is?
Gypsy.
No idea.
Look, Gypsy, you're fucking onto something because look at this look at that light. Look at that, how it's like maybe dusk. That could. No. I don't think that could be could that be the sun, like that low, that small, and that red? Like, look how dark it is outside. It only tends to get darker when he gets in on it. Look, watch. See, and then it starts to get dark.
Right before that looked like the sun. Right before that, like
right here,
and then like more, a little bit more.
Backwards or forwards?
Forward.
Oh, forward. Right.
More. Right there. That looks like the sun to me.
But
like
what about But what about here? So like here and like look like how light the sky is, right?
It's too fucking small.
It's way too small to be the sun. That's way
And
too small.
Also, if you were
Oh,
to
what kind
look
of
at the
camera are they
back here,
using?
Cell phone?
but everything else is relative. The sun would be the same size relative to the other objects in the frame. And
Mhm.
also, if you look towards the palm trees on the right, that's where the source, like where the sun is. You can see like the sun is over here more in
Okay.
the corner.
See,
where
I don't know what area this is. I don't know.
I don't either. I'm just assuming that
Yeah, we're just assuming
most
here.
of the light,
It's all
most of the
guesses,
light
babe.
would be where the
Oh, see, now that makes more sense. Venus. I could see that like super
That
bright and
would
maybe a
be
filter.
right.
Venus.
Well,
Okay.
a filter. What if there was a filter on it? You know what I mean? Like maybe they have a red
Gosh,
filter
y'all,
on their camera.
That's
And then, but
so
that also,
big.
but right here, this is very indicative of what we would see if we would zoom in on a star or planet, right? We're talking about the color, you're talking about the movement.
But I like the Venus one.
Venus. Ay, ay, ay.
Oh, look. Oh, so it
Great
shows
with
the moon after.
Photon analysis.
Wait, hold on. It showed the.
These fucking comments, Andy, has Bree turned into Kari?
Well, see,
And
there
so
is rare
Bree with the
times that you
photon
do see the
analysis.
moon and the sun out. There is rare times you do
Yes,
see the moon and
yeah.
sun.
Well, I see right here. So that's the moon, and that seems to be like a street light off to the left. Right there at the end.
Why
Yeah.
the fuck would no.
I don't know if I can go sun on that one. I think, hold on. So here's the street, right? He zooms in. We're looking at the red motherfucking thing. It's there. What is that? And then I think he starts to
does it
zoom
look like
out. It
that?
flickers out. It disappears. He goes back. It's gone. He zooms back out to his street and he's like looking around. Oh, that's a completely different clip.
Oh, totally different clip. That's the moon, then where's the object?
I don't know.
Sometimes these videos, like, we definitely critique them because of the clips. But if we were to just focus on this part, I mean, I don't fucking know now. Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ.
Well, to bring up, I think it was Bree, the other Bree, if I can find her comment. I think she said unless there's smoke in the air.
Then it would look
Let me
like
see if I
that.
can
Yeah,
find
but that doesn't look super smoky to me.
Maybe, but that's the only thing I can think is that it looks like it's clipped, right? Because towards the end, he's like, look, this is the moon. And then we go back to the same spot. I think. Let me see. Hold on.
I mean, I know she's saying if there is
And
a
I
lot
don't
of smoke,
see it.
the moon can look red.
For sure.
That's what
Oh,
I'm
that's
saying.
fair.
That's what I was trying to get at is.
But then it's like the moon's over there. Yeah.
Especially when
then
up
that
here with
last
all those
second-
fires we're having in the summers and stuff, sometimes the moon does look red.
It does,
But-
for sure.
But everywhere else, it has that much smoke, you would think you would see it.
That's what I'm saying. You
all
would see
around
like, you would see like that red hue underneath.
Yeah,
Like smoke,
yeah.
like smoke is very particular. And I've been in smoky areas before, like especially in California. Like you see red everywhere in the sky. Like you would be able to know if it was smoky. I don't know on this one. So what's your final thought on it? You're giving a UFO no?
I'm sticking with the sun.
Okay, you're sticking with the sun. I'm gonna give it a UFO. Need more info. I'm actually mildly interested in this one, only because if it was stationary the whole time, I wouldn't be into it. But it seems to disappear. I don't know. I kind of like this one personally.
I will
I like what
more
Dustin
info
said.
too.
Around dawn, it's like the red at dusk.
Very much.
Yeah, but I still don't think it would be that small compared to the rest of the.
It could be. Yeah, that's true.
I
That's why we don't know.
Yeah.
All right, Bree.
Exactly.
I'll get you next one.
I gave that one a need more info too. Gosh darn.
Okay, this one. Let's see. I have no idea what I labeled it.
Jazz said the light on the gate is lighting up the fence way too much. That's after dark, not the sun. I don't know, love. I
don't know. All right, so this one says UFO. Ukrainians tell stories of divine interventions from the battlefield. Galactic Federation. Oh shit. Okay.
One brother shared an audio from a brother from the church. So he says that his son, he's a part of the military, and he was saying that that they were like in the dark night. They were holding their positions, and they've discovered that that a lot of Russian Federation tanks and machines coming at them, and they might struggle defending themselves. And he picks up his phone and he calls his father. He says, "Dad, you have to pray right now. We're in a situation." So his father, he rings to other members of the church. They start praying. And then later, son gives a phone call and he says, there's some miracle happen. It looked like some spaceship, like there was like an attack from the spaceship. There was some kind of a lightning was starting shooting from the sky, and like sparks were like spreading everywhere. And then on the morning they discovered that the whole machinery was destroyed. So they, like, all of those soldiers, they thought maybe it was done by some kind of a weapon that we didn't know about, or it was just God's intervention.
Wow. Okay.
That is actually so interesting because today, like my TikTok feed mainly is just everything that's happening in Ukraine.
Mm-hmm.
And I had this thought today, why aren't there any Foo Fighters? Like the last time there was some type of war, right?
Mm-hmm.
Foo Fighters would show up.
Mm-hmm.
You haven't heard any UFO talk, so that's interesting that you had this video today that's saying that.
Well, and Gypsy Road last
timing.
night, or was it today, you had a show talking about UFO showing up around like nuclear plants, right? Yeah. And so I think that that's very similar. I think when you have like nuclear plants and time of war, that there's this uptick of activity, I think, when it comes to like UFO stuff, and whether it be because they're checking it out, because they're protecting, stealing energy. I don't know. I feel like there's so many reasons.
What was interesting in that video too, talk about when they dropped the atomic bomb or they did nuclear testing, you know, there's a big light in the sky. And if you're a flying object, wouldn't you be attracted to light, explosions, fire and stuff? So it would make sense that they would go check it out.
I agree. And I think it's interesting, Baby Goat's point here. The fact that he called it lightning is extremely interesting. Yeah, because he's not describing it as like a weapon, right? Like what weapons do we have that would mimic something like a lightning strike? You know what I mean? Like that sounds pretty sci-fi to me.
Yeah. I guess the only thing I would question, because they're bringing the religion kind of thing into it, because they're all praying and stuff. And sometimes, I'm not saying all religious people, but religious people kind of go a little bit too far, thinking everything is
No, I agree with you. I agree.
It wasn't lightning. It could be a missile, and they just pray and they think it's a message. I'm not saying for a fact, but
okay, so you dabble in the paranormal stuff. So I'll say this. So like one of the things that we've come across in our research, especially like in the UFO world, is like when people are having these experiences with extraterrestrials, sometimes they call out the name of God and whatever happens, stop. Very similar to like when you have people dealing with ghosts and things like that, they call out the name of Jesus or the Lord and the Father. You have no power here, that kind of thing. And I've always led to the idea that I think it's less about the fact that you're calling out to an actual God that's out there in the universe and protecting you, but about the fact that the words you use and the thoughts you think are powerful. And when you have that kind of intention behind them, that you are talking about God, I think that you have the ability to manifest a lot of things when that happens. You know what I mean? So I think that like the possibility of them saying God is less about them being religious, I think, in this sense, and more about the fact that you are so desperate and you're putting these thoughts out there and then a miracle happened. Is that necessarily an act of God, or would you say that, like, to me, I see that more of like you guys are manifesting something that happened?
It's almost like the question I asked Jim Jade last night about crystal. Like, is it the crystal has the power, or is it you putting the power in?
Exactly. That's exactly what I mean. Like you're putting the power behind those words. It's not the words that are being said. It's the power behind them at the end of the day. That's exactly what I mean.
It's like my son, he skips everything. I was like, Dad, you could take the word God out and put dog or cat. You're probably going to get the same results.
Yep.
And he's like, no,
Totally.
he's right.
No, 100%.
And
Yeah.
it's like Pinzer said, it's intent. And to get super spiritual, if you, as I, believe that we are a part of God, not necessarily a person, but the source of all. If you are a part of the source of all, then you should also hold some of that power. So if we claim that power, it's like, what is the magnetism that power can have? And I think that it's almost like consciousness against consciousness. If you truly believe in something, I think there's like a respect that tends to happen in the universe, the multiverse.
So Elon Musk found a quart, a crystal with harness power.
Apparently, his R&D department. That's interesting. I'd like to see more about that. Send an article, drop a link, my love. Send it.
Well, I don't believe anything.
But I mean, I believe it. That's always been like my one.
Here's the thing with Elon Musk.
Crystals.
He has enough money to do whatever he wants, and he does.
Whatever
and people can give him shit for it or not. But I think at the end of the day, he's making a lot of advances for us that I think that if he wasn't around, we wouldn't be making right now. You know?
Yeah, but like this flying car in space, that's bogus.
What do you mean? The car that he put up there?
He did not put a car in space.
That's what Kari says, that he didn't put a car in space.
That's all fake.
I think she has a photo
the
or
oil,
a video.
The oil and the stuff that's in that car and stuff would have exploded. There's a lot of things that got frozen.
Well, I thought
maybe he doesn't have,
he specifically
like,
said that. Yeah, he specifically said that when he made. So this is the story as I know it.
I think it's a gimmick. I think it's all a gimmick.
Well, so the story that I know it is he was testing payloads, and in order to do that, you have to put weight on it, right? And so he was like testing these payloads without anything in them, just a bunch of weight. And so he was like, why not put a car inside? So he took a car body, but the inside of it is not like an engine or anything. It's just like it was just weight on his load. So he was like, I might as well shoot this up into space because I'm shooting shit up there anyways. But I believe that's the story. But like I said, I might be wrong or anything, but that's the story as I know it. Was like he was testing stuff anyways, and you have to put a heavy load. You can't send an empty rocket up there.
I mean, his company was funded by when Trump was president and stuff. So, and we already have NASA. So,
I was like, and there's a big conspiracy theory right now around the Amazon dude. I don't know the name of his company. It's like Blue Horizon or something like that. I don't know. But him and the NASA stuff, Blue Origin. So him and the NASA situation. So NASA wants, to fund something, and them two were like competing against it. And then like he ended up not getting the bid and suing NASA. It was like, it's just wild shit, man, between space race right now and all the millionaires fucking in their penis-shaped rockets.
All these billionaires think they can do whatever they want. And it's just...
Oh, I love that. Jess said that Elon sold him a flamethrower, so he always gets extra credit for me. I feel like I want a flamethrower.
I fucking agree. You know what? I would totally see it being a gimmick. And
for sure. It is a gimmick,
my whole thought process and like what I have, my own little conspiracy theory that I've had for a while that I know we've talked about, is that Elon is sort of pretending to go to space so that he can eventually show us that we've already been there. I truly think that we already have boots on the ground in Mars, and we have for a very long time. And this is another great way to slowly drip this type of disclosure to humanity so that we think we've had to take these multiple tiny steps. And then it just takes this one very smart person with loads of money to get us there. And he's going to put his little feet on the ground and be like, okay, now we're gonna grow all this shit, and then eventually they're gonna show us things that have already been going on for a long time.
I just think it's all funny. We live in a world where people are suffering for what they put us through the last 2 years, trying to find food and stuff, losing their jobs. And then here we are, a bunch of billionaires throwing everything in space, getting funded by the government when people, losing their jobs and stuff. But hey, I'll give Bezos credit. He did the biggest gimmick you ever did it in the world. Take Captain Kirk
put him up to space. Yeah,
I mean,
it was.
There's a documentary of it on Amazon.
I know. I couldn't with that one. Like, listen, but that's what it's all about. Big moves these days. That's what they're doing. They're just flexing their money around, and that's exactly what the space race is right now, unfortunately. And hopefully, one day this all leads to the space race being more tangible to us all as people. But I do have a third theory about Elon Musk before we move to the next one. I think Elon Musk is actually an alien.
Hey, we had that movie that They Live.
And he's here changing humanity. Like, he's here, he's made himself a prominent figure, and he's changing the world.
A smart person with money to be involved in space that we think that they're an alien.
I know,
I mean,
right?
I agree with that, but I also think that's a great reflection of humanity.
Mm-hmm.
That we often do not care about anything other than this planet. And technically, I don't think most of us even care about this planet.
Yeah.
We just care about our lives here and like how we're going to make money kind of thing,
Mm-hmm,
which
mm-hmm.
in itself is a program, and that's a whole different thing. But it's kind of sad that because one person that has money cares about space and is trying to get there, we are like, oh, they must be an alien.
Mm-hmm.
You know what?
All I know, you could be an alien.
We are.
I could be an
100%.
alien.
We are aliens. That's the thing. I
Be
mean,
cool. Be cool.
Listen, I like to subscribe to the idea that we used to all live on Mars and then we ruined Mars, and now we're just the leftovers of Mars that live on Earth now.
Hey, you never know.
So we are the aliens.
We're the last tribe.
We're the parasite. Earth is just desperately trying to get rid of us.
To Earth, yes.
There's a movie that everybody hated. Moonfall. I fucking love Moonfall.
I didn't watch it. I haven't watched it yet.
I thought it was fucking awesome.
Ooh.
People hated it. But the idea was, we're not from this planet. We're from another planet, and we're just transplanted here, and the moon is like watching us in a way. It's built.
Yeah. How long has that been going on for? Benji.
Sorry, I had to. That's all you get.
And that's all that we have left. Also, we have.
Jerry's been purged.
He's been purged. Thanks.
Jerry's been purged.
Mm-hmm. That is not. If you think about it, which oh my God, since the beginning of our fucking podcast, actually, we've been talking about how films, especially and TV, have definitely seeded, I believe, to humanity the idea of aliens and spacecraft and like all of these things. And it's so crazy to me when a movie comes out and it reflects conspiracy theories that our community has already been talking about. So I mean, it's like the moon watching us. Yeah, the moon is satellite. Like that's like one of the biggest conspiracies out there, is that the moon is a planted satellite. It doesn't belong here. It's weird that it's in a strange tidal lock. We only see the one side of the moon. It happens to be the exact same size as the sun in relativity to the Earth as we look at it. And there's just so many strange things about the moon. Like, yeah, the moon rings like a bell. So obviously, is it hollow? There's just so many different things. And that's like one of the biggest things, is that the moon is a fucking satellite. It's fucking watching us. Who put it there? We don't know. Who put that?
I love it.
Who put that there?
Maybe one day we will.
Maybe we will.
I don't know. And it's almost
or
like
it is just a rock up there. Just we're lucky that we have it.
There's no fucking way. There's no fucking way. It's just a rock. I tell you that. I truly, truly believe there's no fucking way.
Thank you, swing.
I cannot wait. I have to wait for it to come like to streaming mode though, because I don't want to go to the movie theaters because I hate going to the
I hate going to the movies. I hate it. Yeah, I'm not into that. I don't go to movies.
I'm the opposite.
But when I saw the trailer,
Are you?
I was like,
Here's the thing.
I go every Friday night.
I have ADHD or ADD or whatever the hell it is, and I cannot sit still for 2 fucking hours inside of a movie theater.
You know what?
No matter how much weed I smoke, no matter how much weed I smoke.
See, Jamie, I've been diagnosed too. Like you said, I've been
Okay, tell me.
diagnosed
Tell me your
head
secret,
spinning.
please.
I've been, all that kind of stuff. For me, going to the movies is the only thing that slows me down for a couple hours. It's actually the only thing that I can actually relax for 2 hours, because when I'm not at a movie theater, my brain, like you said, just goes everywhere.
So are you somebody who really like falls into the fantasy world of movies? So you really immerse yourself in it when you're watching them, kind of thing?
It allows me to escape my thoughts, escape reality spinning, just relax, enjoy it, and then you know, and if there's movies that gives you clues, that's even better.
See, I have a hard time with movies because I am just kind of like a big giant asshole and I like to criticize everything. So like the movie will go on and I'm like, well, why'd you do that? Well, why is it taking so long? It's like I can't. I'm such an asshole at movies. I feel bad for my partner because when I watch them with him, he's always like, are you ever gonna shut up? And I'm like, no, I'm just gonna make comments about this whole movie the whole time.
And there's people like you. Listen, on my channel, I actually had horror talk on my own channel, and nobody watches it. Nobody cares. That's why I created another channel.
That's why we did another one, yeah.
I created another one for people who do care, and we can, escape, and dissect things.
I feel you on that one, yeah. Okay.
Don't we all?
TMI.
Don't we all?
All right, Brie, you got the next video, love.
I do have the next one. I think it's a good point, though. See, I like to.
I agree.
While I pick a vid here, I personally feel like. Oh.
Hey, somebody watched my other channel the other day. Right on.
Oh, yay, wait.
Oh, I was going to tell Jamie, though, that, like, I like having movies on because if you like to do multiple things, it's nice to focus on a movie and then, I don't know, maybe pick one other thing that you're doing if you're scrolling on your phone or whatever. But a movie is so immersive if you're actually hooked in that all of your attention is on there.
On it. Mm-hmm.
And with movies, especially like these days, if you pick good ones or whatever, there's so many different underlying tones and things that usually link to real life. And it goes back to that conspiracy thing I was talking about, where I think a lot of things, if it's metaphysical or if it's like alien related, I feel like it's always implanted into movies these days. And I love to watch that.
Well, lately, there's been a lot of movies lately been adding the Mandela effect into it. And then it's like, all right,
exactly.
Cool, kind of cool. Without saying the word, kind of like Peacemaker when they used the bear stain stuff. Moonfall actually used the song Toto in the Mandela world, and so it's kind of it's kind of cool. It makes so the people it kind of helps people, I think, to do a research. I'm not saying it's going to give you the answer, but like, bear stain, I have to research that. I mean, whatever it takes
that's
to get
a fucking wild one.
That's all that matters.
I think so too. I think it's just that's what we were saying last night. We were saying I feel like whenever you approach this subject, whether it be aliens, UFOs, or ghosts, paranormal, Bigfoot, cryptids, once you start to dip your toes in research, you get sucked into it and you cannot get back out. And that's, I think, what we're all trying to do to everyone. We're just trying to encourage people to dip their toes in and get sucked into it just like we are.
And they get sucked into it in different ways.
Mm-hmm, exactly. Everybody has their own little weird shit that they're getting into, but at the end of the day, we all get sucked into it.
Yep.
All right, Brie, let's see the video.
Nice to see you. It's our friendly visitor from outer space.
Oh.
Mr. Red Dot.
Tomatoes. Yes. Anytime, Tupa.
Amazing. Where's his friends at?
For a second, I thought it sounded like spooky.
A little bit, yeah, it did.
Let's just put down the camera and look at him in his glory.
And that's not Spooky Morales, right?
That was not Spooky Morales.
Okay.
Nice to see you. It's our friendly visitor from outer space.
It does totally sound like him.
It does totally sound like Spooky, yeah.
I mean, those are the hardest. I mean, they really are the hardest because it's a light thing in one spot. I mean, who's saying that's not a helicopter at night with the lights on over there? I mean, it's hard. It's so far away.
Oh, hello.
What the fuck?
You make yourself big there?
I thought I was typing, and then I look, and it's like...
Come on, you know you like yourself.
I was like, you just making yourself real big.
On the big screen. Come on.
That's the opposite. At least Jamie can vouch for me on that one.
Yeah. No, I have to agree with Jazz on this one. I'm having to middle bitch it. There's just not enough information. It's a point in the sky. It's blackness. We have no reference to anything else. I like the commentary, but we would have to be there to really know what was going on. There's just not enough happening here for us to really make an informed decision about what this is. You know what I mean?
I appreciate it. Keep shooting.
I do too, yeah.
Appreciate you.
Appreciate you.
I got a camera.
I appreciate you.
All right, so we haven't dropped the link to come hang out with anyone here lately. So I'm going to drop, sometimes just on our channel lately. So we're going to open up the stream arm for you guys while we watch some more videos. Hopefully Kari's going to show up soon too. And while we wait, I'm going to put the next video on.
So I should probably get rid of that video and we should never watch it again.
Never.
Fucking stop.
There's a fucking flying spaceship. No, look at that.
Is it the same blimp one?
Look, you're running the highway right now. I don't know, bro.
Why aren't there? If that's real, why aren't there 20
Look,
other
the whole
people
street's
with their
fucking-
phones out got that same footage on different cameras? Why is it
Well,
only him?
Well, I don't know. Like, but what's weird is that they panned all these people with their phones out. But yeah, where's all that other stuff?
You don't think everybody would be posting that on TikTok and stuff?
Oh yeah, for sure.
We're in a posting world. But I love those. I mean, I give people credit who makes those. I love it when they make them. Like, shoot, they're better than some CGI shit that I see on TV.
Yes. So I actually purposely picked this video because we've played it before, but the last time we've had it on this channel, it was dubbed over in Spanish, and they were like, it was a highway in Mexico, and everyone in the chat was like, no, the fuck it wasn't. So I don't know if this is the original video of what this one was, but I found it interesting that it was making its rounds again, but with different audio over it this time.
Yeah, it's just it's a great lesson. Some of the times I also pick videos that's like a lesson or it's like a test.
Mm-hmm.
Because sometimes people are quick to be like no or quick to say yes, and it's good for us to always
But I tell you what,
review.
I love the foreign videos because man, they put some shit into it. They put some acting into it. They put some sex in it.
I was gonna say so.
Best.
So one of my favorite ones are the gin videos online on YouTube, because these people who make these gin videos, I mean, I'm talking costumes, I'm talking pyrotechnics, I'm talking like they have multiple people just to fake these videos, and they're so blatantly fake. But these people genuinely spend like hours and time and money, like in serious time to do it. It's freaking crazy.
Especially Indonesian.
Yep. Mm-hmm. It's huge there. Yeah.
They fucking love it.
They do.
I'm like, bring it on. I love watching them for entertainment purposes.
Since Kari's not here, I think I can share her video.
Yeah, just play it.
I don't think she's coming.
That's fine. I mean, it's not fine. She's not coming, but I can show you.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, fuck off with that sound.
I've shown that one before.
Oh, okay.
So
moving?
Oh, look at that little U. The U shape for a second looked like the Baltic Sea anomaly. The same
a little
shape,
bit, yeah.
which is similar to the what's it fucking called?
I don't know.
I can't believe I'm fucking blinking. Oh my god.
So dramatic.
Because this is a Star Wars reference.
Oh, Millennium Falcon.
The Millennial Falcon. Millennial Falcon.
There you go. Sorry. I didn't know where you were coming from.
Thank you, Enzo and everybody.
Mm-hmm. Bree.
Oh, we found a good soundbite for us to do yesterday.
Did you?
No, you and I.
Oh, I remember what you're talking about. Yeah.
The Trisha Paytas. Yeah.
The Trisha Paytas one. Yeah.
Millennium Falcon.
No one knows what we're talking about. Apologize. Okay, so Gypsy Road, what was your conclusions when you showed this video on your channel?
I mean, it's not a real ship. It's flat out. It's not a ship. I know it's gonna sound weird, but it's
tell us.
It's like it's a white kite that's up there that's flying super fast. It's no spaceship or anything like that. It's a debris. To me, it's a debris in the sky. Somebody took their camera and making it faster. That's to me. That's for me. That's total fake.
For you.
Okay. All right.
I respect everybody's opinions and
yeah.
And if somebody thinks that's real, I can see why. I just think it's a debris just going fast as wind and somebody just speeding it up.
Yeah.
Before they posted it.
Yeah, and so
that it seems to shape the ship.
Shape shift. Fucking A, you fucked me up.
Somebody says it stops behind the cloud. Really? Where did it stop behind the cloud?
Yeah, I don't see it. So like the beginning, it looks like, okay, watch. So it looks like it's gonna go into the cloud, but then it's just in front of it. Watch right there. Bam. It doesn't. It's just in front of it.
Wait, hold on. Rewind a little bit. Why does it look like it splits when it does that?
I saw that too.
The next frame after this, it looks like it almost
skips.
splits.
It skips.
What in the actual fuck is going on here? Can you tell me?
See, it skips.
Wait, why are we watching?
There's no
the
light
next one?
behind that part of the cloud.
Yeah, there's no light, and so it's like going in because that's the part we're talking about, Brie. I know you're talking about the splitting thing. It's not splitting. It's just you're seeing it bigger.
Okay, wait. I would like to be like with a baby goat and start from the beginning and watch one more time.
Okay.
Lovely, gorgeous. Okay, look at that. Tell me.
It's not. It's just the way the camera is because see, it comes back into focus again. It doesn't split into two. It just looks. You see blackness.
45. It's Colt 45. We need to hook up with them.
See how you see the blackness again right there? It looks like it's split in two. It's not. It's just the blackness on it. It's the angle it's catching because when it does it up farther, when it slows it down and zooms in, you see that black and white.
And Justin is right. They actually have drones that looks like the Millennium Falcon because it's a popular, it's one of the most popular ships ever.
So see, it's not splitting. See how it's just like the angle? Not that high, no, I would say.
Really fucking high. So my question.
True, that's true point.
Not to change your answer, Gypsy, just to probe your thoughts. What kind of debris is this that travels like horizontal and isn't going like vertically down to earth? Or a kite? How could that also be a kite?
Well, maybe not like a kite, like a balloon.
Do you ever feel like a plastic bag?
The air balloon is just
drifting through the wind,
and somebody just taking the footage and speeding it up on their computer,
their phone,
yeah, or whatever they're doing it on before they upload it. Because you could manipulate speeds.
Yeah, I'm not really sold on this one too.
I mean,
just kinda...
I used to take like 4 different 45-second Bigfoot footages to show on my channel just so I could show so that they're not like 5-6 minutes long. And when I sped them up, when you look at it, it looks like he's running, but he's really not. I just sped it up.
Oh.
And everybody go, oh, that Bigfoot's running. I go, no, he's actually walking, guys. I just took 4 short videos and just
added them together. Yeah.
Yeah. And
made a
GIF.
GIF.
Looked like he was running, but he wasn't.
Yeah, Brie, I'm sorry. I'm going to have to also say not a UFO on this one. I agree.
But I wanted it to be.
I want it to be, yeah, but I'm not convinced on this.
This is Kari's video. I have no ties to it.
Oh, okay.
Bigfoot in his
Tupac!
Yeah.
Welcome, my love.
How you guys doing?
Good, how are you, darling?
Look at that dog just laying there.
I know, baby sleeping.
I wish my dog would do that.
Oh, yeah.
Mine never does.
Not a care in the
Welcome,
world.
love. Brie, I have no more videos, so they're all you.
I have so many videos.
I know you do. You're my video queen.
But I'd like to show you guys something funny.
Okay, show it. Oh, please. Yes, please.
Just really
especially
quick.
With Tupa here.
Since both of you are butt stuff veterans at this point.
Oh, I fucked up. You have to read it, Brie.
Says when she says she wants to do butt stuff, but you misread the situation.
You must just got probed.
It says, "Oh, I fucked up."
You got out. Yeah.
Yeah, Gypsy Road.
That's a good one.
Oh, I fucked up.
That's good.
That was a good one. All right, Brie, let's see. Give us the next video, love. Great palette cleanser.
A palette cleanser?
No, I said that was a great palette cleanser.
Oh, I have a mind thought.
Okay, we love those.
I'm going to read it for you. Oh, fuck. When a person dies, their brain stays alive for around 7 minutes.
Okay.
During that time, they see their past memories like a dream-like sequence.
Mm-hmm.
which is weird. I don't really believe that.
I don't know.
So if
That's the
someone
whole
is
thought.
That was
That's
it.
the whole thought. That's the whole
That's the
thing.
video.
that was
I
the
mean, how does
fucking
somebody
thought.
really truly know that?
Yeah, I feel like everybody has these different versions of
So I think
experiences.
what they're saying is that
Love
scientifically, when
jazz.
you die, there's probably still some firing that's happening in the brain.
Okay.
Possibly.
Are
for
they
about 7 minutes.
killing themselves for 7 seconds and bringing themselves back? I mean,
Like, how do they know?
I mean,
Flatliners.
Yeah.
like flatliners, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly. I mean,
You
yeah.
y'all
I-
don't know.
hear
Y'all
it?
don't know about flatliners.
No, I know
Yeah,
exactly what you're
listen,
talking about. Yeah.
I mean,
I-
I don't know. It's
Tell me
it's
if
weird,
you hear
right?
the leaf blowers.
Because listen, my father passed away on Memorial Day, but the day before he passed away, we
Sorry to
didn't
hear
know
that.
he was
So
passing
sorry,
away.
Gypsy.
We went to visit him, and he thought that he thought he goes, oh, I was just talking to my mom, and he was he said he was just talking to his mom, and he saw his dad and uncle, and then we didn't know he's dying. The next day, he goes away. Is that just the brain somehow giving him those memories the day before he dies? I mean, it's just like out of nowhere.
I don't
and
know.
I'm just-
I don't know because I've heard that a lot. Actually, I've heard a lot of people saying that either like the night before or the day before. It's like when the person who's about to pass away has like the most energy. They talk about seeing their loved ones and things like that. Like, oh yeah, I saw my dad yesterday, and it's like they always end up going the next day. I've heard so many instances of that before.
I think it's
Same.
I think it's the other side telling them it's going to be all right. You know,
I think so
you're going
too.
to be going
Yeah,
somewhere.
I think so too.
You know?
I think so
But
too.
Can science explain all that? Oh, they'll say, oh, chemicals and this, your brain. Oh, come on, give me a break. They don't know.
But it could also be maybe the chemicals, but not in a way that's altering, like producing fake hallucinations. I think it could be like the same thing with hallucinogenics. It is altering the brain, but in the same sense, I think it's taking some parts of the brain away that are here normally that hide us from that veil, that prevent us from seeing past the dimension, this 3D dimension that we're in, that some people can some people have the ability to see through. I think that it could be that as you're dying, some of those barriers, I guess you could say, has possibly fallen away, and so you do see the things that are there.
See,
and because you're
get that.
passing, your family comes
I get
to
that.
you,
But there's
and
millions
then
of
you
stories.
see that.
We can't claim that for all millions of stories that are out there. I mean, I see that, but there's just too many stories.
Yeah,
There's a
But
lot.
I'm saying that they're not hallucinating. I'm saying that because
Well said.
maybe they're passing, some of the barriers have fallen away. And so they're seeing who is actually coming to them. I'm saying that that is real, that they're not hallucinating, but it makes sense to me that if the brain is dying and certain parts of it is altering, that it could alter its way into seeing things that are actually there. And if we're to talk about like a great design of things, it would kind of make sense to me to at least give us a day or a couple hours to see beyond the veil before we pass, to kind of give us that like buffer, because I think it can be really wild for some people if they don't believe at all about an afterlife, if they don't believe at all that your consciousness goes beyond just the body. That would be a really nice buffer for those people.
But then
so
you
they're
got
not like,
the
"Holy
near,
shit,
said.
then you got the
dead,"
near
and-
death.
Yeah.
All these people that had that same thing happen with near death, and then they don't go and they come back. And there's millions of stories on that. I mean, it's
true.
And a lot of them are similar.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, they are.
And did you guys watch that show on Netflix? I forgot what it was called. Damn. There was a show on Netflix though, and it was about basically people that have had near-death experiences. And
Oh yeah, that was Leslie King.
I remember that. It was really good. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, that was
really
good. That was
brought
great.
a whole new sense of understanding for me, because I had
Mhm.
this thought that everyone had a near-death experience, and then it was like, oh, this is awesome, and like I have something to look forward to, but I didn't realize the trauma that also accompanies
Comes
a
with it,
near-death
yeah.
experience, that you could enter this fabulous place, and because you're brought back here, that can feel like hell. I had no idea, and that's like such a crazy thought if you think about it.
Oh yeah.
For it to not
And so
just
it's
be like, oh,
jarring.
this is great. It's like, oh my God, I have to come back to this place. Like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah. What about, is there some truth to that movie? Final
You-
Destination, where you escape death, and then death comes finds you. Yeah,
that
I know
movie
it's a
scares
movie,
me.
but
No, that movie scares me.
but
I don't like going. I don't like.
7 of them. There's
I don't like going on
59
freeways.
maybe.
I don't like going on freeways behind trucks that have like pipes or lumber in them. I think I'm gonna
Yeah.
Final
Real talk.
Destination
Lumber?
die.
Yeah.
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 I have
Yeah,
like
that's what I'm saying.
PTSD from that
That's-
scene.
That shit was terrifying. I'm so terrified. Or like rocks
And you
by
can
car, like
see it.
anything.
If you're on the freeway and you can see the truck, you can see the cars avoid it.
Avoid it,
You
yep.
can tell,
Everybody.
yeah. And then
Mhm.
every time if I'm near a car that like also gets out, I give them the look. Like, yeah, we saw that movie.
We know.
When I-
We're all
when I get
doing
shot
this
in
exactly. Mhm.
Hell no,
Mhm.
Yeah, but I don't know if you really could escape death. I mean,
no way.
No, I don't think so.
have this thought like my gut tells me that it is that there's some type of plan, and if you have a near-death experience, that's a part of your plan. That you had to see beyond that for some reason. I mean, imagine if no one ever had a
Interesting take.
near-death experience, we would never know about them. And without knowing about them, we wouldn't know that there were so many commonalities.
Mhm.
And it takes those commonalities, I think, for us to really put the pieces together and be like, there obviously is something here.
Yeah.
Right? If they were so
Definitely.
different, and if people just was like, I had a near-death experience, but they were so incredibly different, I don't think that we would really talk about them that much. Right? Because it's like,
No, it's kind of like dreams. I think that's the key word of that post was it's like a dream.
Mhm.
And like if you reference it like that, then sure, why not? Why not? Because what's a dream? We still don't know. But it's like this language in this virtual world that we all exist in. And if you try to tell somebody your dream, they just kind of their eyes glaze over because it's boring as fuck.
If
It's
you
boring as
wanna-
fuck to them. But like if you talk to about a dream that they've also had, then it's really
It perks up.
Oh,
Exactly.
yeah,
Yeah.
and there's all these scenarios, these similar dreams that our brains, if that's the way you want to look at it, are putting us through. Like dreams about being naked in school, or like losing your teeth, or like losing your hair. These all are symbolic for something.
Yeah, like, and everybody
they're
has those kind of things. Yeah.
Exactly. So
If anybody
it's
wants
like
to,
a response.
if everybody wants to learn more about dreams and listen about dreams, I'm not selling my channel. Last week we did a show with a guest on talking about dreams.
Really?
Nice.
Check that out.
I will.
She's on for
I'm
only
gonna
1 hour.
subscribe to it
with us.
right now, actually.
She's
There's
on
no
for
shame
1
in
hour with us
selling
last
your
week.
channel.
It was actually on last
No,
week
never.
Tuesday. We had to do it on Tuesday. We had to do a swap. And this woman is just fantastic about talking about dreams. She's not a medium. She's not paranormal. She's not anything.
Cool.
She's just a regular person who studied dreams. She
Okay,
writes
yeah.
books. She writes books and children books about teaching about dreams. And she
That's cool.
was teaching us
That's
on
super
how
cool.
to-
Yeah.
Mhm.
how to work those dreams and how to help us. She helped a lot of veterans on my channel. 'Cause I'm a veteran myself with PTSD
Mhm.
on what to do about nightmares and stuff. So it was actually a very good, entertaining show, in my opinion.
Yeah.
That's
Absolutely.
all. Yeah, I'm gonna check it out. Thanks
Yeah.
for
No,
mentioning it.
yeah,
Not
we
not
will.
enough people talk about dreams and like the paranormal and stuff. Because I mean, when I say talk about it enough, like we dream every night, like
Yeah.
every night. And if you ever watch any information about people who can't sleep and they suffer from like not being able to achieve REM sleep, like
Mhm.
they die the slowest, worst death. They start to hallucinate in real life. Their brains shut down. So it's almost like a survival mechanism. We need to dream. We need
Yeah.
to have these check-ins with whatever, with this non-physical space. And so like we evolved for it. And if you don't do it, then you die. So it seems important, like it's a huge chunk of our life. So we should analyze
Yeah.
it. And even from childhood, it should be language. It should be taught.
Hey, Chris.
And then
Hey, Chris.
the episode's called A Midnight's Dream. So if
Oh,
anybody
A Midsummer's Night Dream. I saw that.
Midnight's Dream, yeah, A Midsummer Night's Dream.
Yes, I saw that one. I saw the thumbnail for it. It was really good. I haven't watched it yet, though. I'll have to go back and watch it.
Yeah, she's on for
Tupa,
1 hour.
I think
but
that's fucking
the best
crazy.
hour.
Ooh, Bree's here.
Hi,
Yeah, what's
Bree.
up, Chris? Bree?
Tupa, I think that we should
Roll a
if you
blunt.
could actually, if you could
I got
send
my
me
Puffco
something in the
peak.
Discord for that, or at least just mentioning it. Just mention whatever you said, like you people that don't dream suffer when they die.
Mhm.
Just say that in the Discord. Because we are starting Deep Thoughty Waba next week, And that's not
Cool.
the topic for next week, but I would love for us to actually talk about that. I think that's something that
Yeah,
we
do a
should
dreams
investigate.
episode. Yeah, for sure.
Not just about the dreams, but about if you don't dream, like people die a crazier death and painful. That's fucking awful. And that worries me because I have
looks like torture.
insomnia.
I have
Oh, well,
insomnia
that-
too.
I have insomnia too. So
I only remember my fucked up dreams.
yeah, me too.
Or
I'm the same way. If
reoccurring
I
dreams.
yeah, like if I have a bad dream, I remember
Yeah.
it. But if I had a normal dream, I couldn't tell you about it.
Because y'all smoke weed before you go to sleep.
I shit
I
ton of it
smoke
all day.
all day,
right.
every day.
All right, so
That question,
this-
Yeah.
my theory.
Yes,
theory
it
about
does
that
REM
affect.
question
sleep
was
and weed.
asked on my show last week about marijuana before you go to
Yeah.
sleep.
Does
It's on
affect
there.
it.
That question's
Yeah.
on there.
Hold
Of course
up.
it affects it.
Hold up.
Yeah,
What's
So-
Chip was saying?
Okay, so weed is a mild hallucinogen. Okay, so my theory,
What?
because I smoke a lot of weed. My theory
Mhm.
is that you could achieve some of the things in waking life through weed, through being high, that you can achieve in the dream state. Let me ask you guys a question, weed smokers. When you smoke
Yes.
weed,
Yeah.
especially after like not smoking for the day, and like at the end of the day you smoke weed, do you often think about all the things you did just then before you smoke and go, holy shit, I was being a jerk, or like, wow, like why did I say that? Do you ever think about your actions when you smoke weed, like kind of
Isn't that
introspective?
normal?
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes. So
No.
I don't allow.
Psychopath?
I'm always. I wake and bake, and then it's like I have chronic
just-
pain. I have endometriosis, so it's like that.
Same.
Do you have endo?
Yep. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I got diagnosed with it when I was like
we
20
just
years
found
old.
each other.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
We need to talk.
We'll
That's
talk
even
about it
more
after.
of a
Yeah.
connection.
Yeah.
My little matzo
Great.
ball.
I
That's
know.
great.
My sweet tamale. Ah. Oh my god.
Love
Okay,
ya.
so
Sorry.
I was to say, so I agree with you though. So like I smoke also all day long. So like it's not like I don't have like a moment where I think back, but I will say that if there's instances of my life where like I haven't necessarily smoked a joint before I went out. I had an example of that the other day. I went out to eat, right? And I didn't smoke a joint before I left the house. I ended up having a panic attack inside of the restaurant purely because I was just kind of not high. I have anxiety. I have
Me
like
too.
things like that. And like I realized in that moment that if I would have smoked beforehand, I wouldn't have had that scenario. And I realized that like after when I got home and I smoked again, you know what I mean? So like things like that tend to happen, but I don't tend to think that I'm like I'm always kind of an asshole also in general.
Not necessarily like regretting your actions or anything, but reflecting on them. Like I've talked to a lot of people who, when they get high,
I see what you're saying.
they
Yeah, like
reflect-
reflecting. Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, and it causes.
That's why I don't
panic
smoke a
attacks
lot
in
of
some
the time
people
because
because they'll
Yeah, that's the thing.
overthink their actions.
Yeah, it causes
and they'll
causes
overthink
anxiety
it.
in a lot of people.
Okay.
So yeah,
So, like,
most of the people who I've ever encountered in life who've said that they don't smoke marijuana is literally because of that very specific reason of when they smoke weed, they just they call it like paranoia, but it's not just paranoia. It's like you're inside your own head, and some people just cannot handle that.
Yes, so like that's
I'm
like
inside my head all the time. Before I
too.
was
Yeah,
a
but what's inside of my
heavy
head is
stoner.
like, why did you say that?
No,
Why
not
are
me.
you
Yes.
doing that?
Okay,
I don't
but
do
Why
that.
don't you
dreams
do
are
this?
like that.
Why don't you do that? You forgot to do this, and
Yes.
you suck
Dreams
at doing
ask
that.
those same
It's always like a
questions.
negative, like, what's wrong with you? I already have
Sure.
that.
That's
so to
me too.
smoke
Yeah.
and then do that, I just feel less about myself, and I'm trying to
Mhm.
feel better about myself.
hmm
It'll go from like me
Lots
being like
of people. That's
okay
very
with
common. Brie.
myself, and then being like,
Yeah.
don't do what you're doing because you fucking
Mhm.
suck.
Listen, here's the thing. I'm the exception to the rule about everything, so I can't answer any of your
Nice.
questions because it would be the
Nice.
opposite of what you're talking about. I'd be like, nope,
Well,
not me.
basically, if you get high a lot, you don't need you don't need deep REM sleep. And then when you stop smoking weed, what happens is you get flooded with it. So the most common report about weed and dreams is when you stop smoking, your dreams become super vivid. And so a lot of people like they don't smoke for a day after a year of smoking every day, and then the next day they're like, holy shit, what just happened? And it's I think they're the reason why they're related is because when you smoke, when you're high all day, you're in like a small bit of a dream state. You're just a little. You got like a toe. You dipped a toe into it, and
Dipping
then
a toe
so
in.
when you sleep, you're just resting for the most part, and you dream less. But some people they don't smoke, so they never reflect on their actions. So when they dream, it's all like, hey, look what you did. Look what you did. And then
I'm always
that's what
fucking
it's about.
reflecting. It doesn't fucking stop. And
Wait,
I have
That's
headaches.
me.
Gypsy,
It's
do you
just so
smoke weed?
reflective.
Yeah, Gypsy, do you smoke?
Just
I
ate
do
3 edibles
rare.
before the show.
Actually, I don't every day. I mean,
Okay. You're a once in a while kind of guy?
once in a while. It's
Mhm.
when we get away from the kids and stuff, when we we need a break.
Exactly.
Are you a drinker?
Listen to
Does
some
you drink?
music.
I drink. Of course, I drink beer, but not. I drink a lot less lately because it's my brothers and like Fresno right now, and I have nobody to drink a beer with.
Yeah.
I don't like drinking just a drink.
Yeah, no, I feel you.
People come over.
Yeah, I asked because I feel like everybody is kind of like different. Like some people are smokers and drinkers, and I think that that's a very big divide. Like I personally, if I had to choose between a joint and a drink, I will choose a joint every single fucking time. Like, and I think that so I think that we all have our little vices, and it's always interesting.
For me, it's beer.
Yeah, see, that's what I mean. Yeah, like your thing is you're more of a drinker. You're not necessarily a smoker. And I'm the kind of person where like I have a beer every once in a while, but I smoke every damn day.
Yeah, I haven't had a drink in 6 years.
The last time I drank, I was at a TGI Fridays, and I didn't know if I was going to make it to the show.
And this is the thing. I don't care for liquor. I don't care for shots.
either.
I don't care for mixed drinks. I'm just a regular.
What about
beer guy.
mead? What about mead?
I love
like
mead.
them all.
Love mead.
Yeah,
I like them all. I'll take
my
the
Norwegian
liquor.
likes
take
the
the
mead.
mead.
I like mead.
Like I
It's
go like this,
delicious.
like the skull.
Here's the thing with mead
I
is
won't
mead
drink
has all
Lord
the
of the
sugar
Rings.
in it, and it just fucks you up because of all the sugar. It's like
Yes.
alcohol on sugar and destroyedness. Like you fucking crash.
No.
Mhm.
I
Mm-hmm.
drink.
I'm a
We
Kush
make Gypsy
queen,
one
not a
of the beer.
sativa diva.
I only
Same.
smoke at night. I only smoke at night because of the overwhelming thoughts, but it's not because I don't check in with myself during the day. It's that my mind is too active during the day,
Mhm.
Yeah.
where I'm already telling myself these things. I think I struggle with
Yeah.
I don't know what the fucking word is. Jamie knows me.
I do. I know what you're saying,
One of my
It's
best
like-
friends.
I'm
like
suffered the
already
same way.
I'm already overthinking what I'm
Mhm.
doing, saying, looking
You're
like.
Over analyzing
That-
yourself.
Everything, yeah, constantly.
That's what I do. I
Exactly.
think back on
Overanalyze
everything.
everything to where I can't smoke in the day anymore. I used to be able to smoke all day during the day. I don't even know how the fuck I used to do that. I honestly don't.
And people change too.
And now it's just at night because I feel
Good
like
for you, Walt.
I
Yeah.
step away from everything. So then I'm like, okay, if I have these thoughts and I'm having them and I can deal with them in my own space without feeling the pressure of feeling them around other people. And because being around other people and having those thoughts adds to the paranoia. Like I
Mhm.
could be,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? It's like my thoughts are one thing, but to be around other people brings in a paranoia aspect where I think that for some reason, whatever
feel
I'm
judged.
thinking about myself, they're thinking about me.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And you think that everything they do is because of something you did, or like they're mad.
Yeah.
Yeah. It took me a long time to identify that my anxiety was what people would traditionally call paranoia. So I was smoking weed a lot when I was a teenager, and I would experience anxiety.
Hey, John.
But it wasn't
Hey.
a traditional like
How are you?
paranoia, like, oh, I'm paranoid about the
Oh
cops.
no.
It wasn't like that. It was straight up
Mhm.
anxiety about, did I say the right thing? Am I doing the right?
Mhm.
And,
That's
like, I didn't-
anxiety.
I
Yeah.
didn't
That's me all the
identify it.
time.
Okay,
And
so I didn't
that's what
identify
I
it
deal
as that.
with. I
And
can't
once I realized this was that paranoia. And I'm like, I've been smoking too long to be a newbie about that. And I started to be able to like talk myself down off it and just really enjoy being high. And it was nice. And then since then,
That's what you
we
have
get
to
along
do.
just
It's
good.
like the
That's
zombie
nice.
song
I'm a
for me,
coffee-
in your head.
I'm a coffee
In your
drinker.
head.
I love coffee.
Me too. I drink like 800 coffees a day. I'm with you on that
I
one.
like
Yeah.
coffee.
So much,
Yeah.
so much coffee.
Listen,
Yeah,
you
that's
guys,
right.
I take it
Coffee.
my skin tone. That's how I
Yeah,
like my
Chris.
coffee. I like it my
Creamy?
skin tone. Yeah,
Creamy?
so
I
Me
can't
too.
yeah,
do
Yeah.
that.
they'll go
Yeah, the creamy.
in
Yeah.
because
And
my
everybody
grandparents.
on everybody on Chad's channel know that I have a cup that gives me temperature.
Oh,
Better than
I
Chad.
know the
I
temperature
the
of my
other
coffee.
way,
I
I
was
say.
gonna do a story on that, and then I thought it would be boring. So instead, I just included the picture of you drinking the coffee when you're like, "The fuck." But I was gonna do a story on that because you made me want to buy that cup till I looked into how much it was, and I was like, I don't know if I should buy that right now.
It's
Put it on my
$100,
Christmas
but
list or
it was a
something.
gift. I didn't buy it. It was a gift.
Oh,
from
okay.
Yeah, I
it was
know.
a
I
gift.
Well, then
know.
you can't, when,
But I'm
when
just
it's
like,
a
Somebody
gift.
knows I do the
Right
show,
now.
and they're like, I'm going to get you a cup with a temperature gauge on it.
No, I looked it up, and it seems like it's the best. Like the one that you have, I already forgot, but I put it in my Amazon list because I was like, shit. I read the reviews. It is
Yeah.
like the best
Well,
as far
Apple
as
owns
coffee,
it,
like
so
a
Oh, so it has to be
warmer.
good. Yeah.
There's a lot of coffee warmers out there.
I
that are
cut.
So the price has to be marked up 5 times what it would be
Yeah.
if it wasn't
I can
Oh,
drink
yeah, for
coffee
sure.
You pay
during
over
the
100.
day till maybe.
I drink coffee during the day.
Can't. I drink like
Yeah,
2
I do
cups in a day,
coffee
and that's
too.
it.
But see, it keeps it hot. So for me, listen, for me, it's worth it because we have an espresso machine. I like the coffee in it. And coffee goes too cold in it and you waste a half a cup. But because you keep it warm,
so true.
You drink it all. So
Yep,
I'm not
it's true.
wasting those cups from the espresso machine.
Mm-hmm.
I hate carrot machine coffee. I hate
microwave coffee. It tastes like ass.
I hate carrot.
Oh,
Carrot is
horrible.
plastic. Carrot
Horrible,
tastes like plastic. It's shit.
It's shit.
It's
no, I
awful.
agree with you.
With
I don't like making
espresso,
coffee
oh,
at home.
Good.
I don't like making coffee at home in general.
I used to be a
wanna
barista
take
when
a
I was
moment to,
15 at my
Amazon
aunt's
has
coffee
a
shop.
really good organic instant
Barista
coffee.
too. Can you blow me a smoke ring? No, I'm not that good.
Just want to take a
Would've
moment
worked
to
at a
thank our
Starbucks,
sponsor,
but you
Carrot.
can't paint your nails.
I
so
even
I
did a
would
coffee
probably
tasting
not.
one time on my channel. What's the best coffee?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, I'm with
really
Enzo. I can
expensive
drink coffee all
you
day long and
you
just
should
go to
try
bed. I'm the same way.
But listen,
the monkey poo coffee.
Oh, I heard about that
I just
one.
ordered
You
a
guys ever tried
sativa pen.
a cat
and I'm
poop
waiting
coffee?
for it
The
to come
most
in.
expensive coffee in the world. You guys
But
ever
that's
tried
what.
that?
Yeah, I
Y'all
think
are
that's what
tripping.
I said
Kari!
something
I
else.
tried it. I tried a cat
Shut
poop
it
coffee.
down now.
And I'm gonna tell you,
Shut
Bree,
this
I tried
down.
the cat poop coffee on my channel live. I gotta tell you, it's not worth the money because I'm like, it doesn't even taste like great.
What is this?
I mean, it was like $50 just to
Oh,
have
yeah.
like one shot of coffee,
Mm-hmm.
and I did it
A
once.
coworker wanted to buy it for the owner of the salon I worked at, and it's just like, yeah, you do what you want, but I don't think he's just gonna re-gift it because that's what he
It's
would
on
do
my
with
channel
every
somewhere.
gift.
The cat poop coffee's on my channel somewhere, and it tastes like shit. And then of course my brother's like, "Well, we should make humans drink the seeds and let them shit it out, and we'll try human coffee."
Yeah, that's some kind of weird like cat monkey thing. I wonder if it's related to the dead
Yeah.
alive monkey.
Or like fucking COVID-19. Maybe that's how it happened to everybody.
Sure,
They get a
sure.
poop out of virus next.
Let's crack
so
that
wrong.
mystery.
That's so wrong on so many levels. But I was trying to tell you guys, I ordered a sativa pen. I don't know when it's going to get here. It will get here soon. They're going to deliver it. And I'm
good for you.
hoping that I will be able to possibly smoke during the day and be like relaxed or something.
That's the thing where because of my anxiety, like I stay away from things that have anxiety as a side effect, but I've been better and I'm able to do a little bit more, but I have this big tub of CBD isolate. And so
What's
I kind of it's like a white powder, but it's basically, well, yeah, I can't really tell.
You, like, mix it with,
you
like,
can dab
water or
it. You can put it into drinks. You can put it into food. You can dab it as is. So it's just a different way of extraction. Just like
See, my problem is I don't like to be brought down. I just want the mental to go away, to go away.
Well,
but
someone for me, I add
mind,
this
like,
to
to stay
something
up.
that's racy. So this helps for me.
Like a red dress.
Yeah, like what's racy other than a red dress?
No dress.
Green dress. Yeah. Nude.
We're rocking
Nude.
now, Kari. Let's
Nude.
do it.
All right, you guys,
Okay.
we're at the hour and a half point. I'm going to kick everyone out but Gypsy, but we're going to hang out the after party, so you guys don't go anywhere. I'm just putting you guys in the back room, so don't go anywhere. I'm just going to say goodbye to our sweet guest, and now that Kari's here, she could say hello to him too. Put you back there.
It's a bit of
Oh, wait.
hi and bye. I'm sorry.
I've missed one.
I
I've
am
missed one. No, it's
tardy
okay.
today.
Hi and
It's okay. Gypsy Road, we want to thank you so much for coming and hanging out and visiting with us today. You are an absolute angel, and you can come back anytime you would like. We would be more than happy to do butt stuff with you at any time.
Oh, I want to invite me because I will come back.
No, you can come back anytime. Listen, I'll send you my calendar, and you can insert yourself
anytime
wherever
on
you want. Yeah, exactly.
You got yeah.
I guess that was the answer.
Exactly. That's exactly what the answer was. All right, you guys. We'll see you guys next week for more butt stuff. We love you all, and have a good night, everybody. Bye.
Have a great day.